is the spread of retracted science traced in media and public discussion?
Well, first of all, we need to know what's been retracted. So we're starting off by getting a list of articles that have been retracted. So we're getting a list of digital object identifiers for academic articles that are officially retracted. So there's a notice on the journal website saying this article's been retracted. So that's our starting point. And then the second stage is to find press coverage of these retracted articles. So we need to cross-reference the DOIs of the articles that we know have been retracted with press coverage of research and find where they match. And then the tricky bit is we need to check when the retraction was and then make sure that we're only looking at press coverage which is after the retraction. So before the retraction, the press wouldn't know that it's going to be retracted necessarily. But after it's retracted, then if you cover something in the press, you should mention that it's been retracted. So we're going to look at the press coverage of academic articles after they've been retracted, and then we'll see, do they mention they've been retracted or not? Or in the worst cases, do they treat them as though they're still valid science? Then we'll switch to a more qualitative stage where we try to find the main topics that are involved. So for example, is there a COVID-related topic that there seems to be a deliberate ignoring of retractions by people with an agenda to push, for example, or on any other sensitive topic, and then we'll look to see what influence that seems to have on the public. So the press stories that have been retracted, and then we'll look in social media to see how the public are discussing the press stories of articles that have been retracted. So going from the retraction to the press to the discussion of the press coverage in social media is the idea. The trickiest thing is connecting the news stories to the published articles, because often academic research is discussed without a specific link to the study or with, so it's either mentioned as the name of the researcher involved and not the specific study, or the title of the study and not a link to the study, which is also tricky to pick up.